So in the first part of my travels, I stayed in Tulum, sipping coconuts, enjoying the sun, the ocean, the fruits. But it was time to move on, so I took a night bus to Palenque. Just stayed there for a couple of maybe 2 nights. It was still too early to check into my Airbnb, so the first thing I did was check out these ruins. My second ruins in Mexico so far. So beautiful, so stunning. I'm a person who's in general very interested in mythology, ancient civilizations. I just wish I had gotten here and showered before. It was just so hot. I couldn't really focus on anything. I just wanted to kill time until I could check into the Airbnb, to be honest. And finally, shower. Good morning. So, after like 2 nights of just enjoying my private room, chilling, eating good food, and watching anime in the night, I decided to book a little tour that would take me to my next destination. And it included like waterfalls. Okay, I have no footage, but damn, was it cold and wet when I arrived. Like it was raining. I feel like the water was up to my knees. I checked in super drenched. Next day looked very beautiful. So the first thing I did was join a walking tour that my hostel offered. I usually kind of avoid tours, but honestly this was great. I got to get to know the people from my hostel and cafes, restaurants, stores, all from a local's point of view, plus cultural knowledge that I totally would have missed out on if I hadn't joined.
Hemos encontrado que la teobromina nos puede ayudar y este pequeño país produce más de la mitad del sistema de pequeños arreglos, especies, pollo, corazón.
So the aforementioned guy who recommended me the Cacao shop also recommended me, among other things, this tour. God, I'm really going all out on tours now. But I didn't film a lot because it's a very private community. Honestly, I'm just grateful to have had a little glimpse of these beautiful customs, traditions, and a feel of what it's like for people to just take care of their own and each other. Here comes a rundown of my favorite places in no particular order. Starting with Art Libreria. It's a small bookshop with traditional Mexican food, all homemade by a great guy called Gustavo. He really tries to get all the produce locally from the market or even his own garden, and everything's vegan. Next up, Hangala. God bless the guy who recommended this to me. This is a place where I had the cacao workshop. They have quality cacao, really take care of how they source it, where they source it, have a passionate and super friendly staff. I love them. And that's where I tasted cacao pulp juice for the first time ever. Oh, Casa Jasmine, another gem. It's Vietnamese and Indonesian comfort food. Everything's vegan. Again, they try to source all of their ingredients locally. So the menu also depends on what's in season and what the cook kind of feels like in the moment. Also, the owners/staff are just a crazy little bunch of friends and family, so there's a great vibe in there. This bakery was recommended at the walking tour. This shop for herbs, I think, just looked gorgeous, beautiful. It was just raining. I couldn't sit there. The sushi, amazing. Man, so many more places. San Cristobal is filled with them. I made a whole map so you can just screenshot it if you want to. Also check out markets, artisanal shops. Honestly, just go out there and explore. What's meant to find you is gonna find you.
Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Take these lessons as blessings and stop second guessing the lay of the land. It's a grand scheme in the stream of consciousness.
Yeah, I do.
I commit to my yes. I stand with myself in sickness and health, knowing that sickness is an intelligent message from my body and it deserves to be.
So slowly I was getting to know the people from my hostel a bit better, and with one of them I went out this night and we passed by these street performers, and usually I wouldn't do this, but he just was so infectious with his outgoingness that we kind of just got to know them, this beautiful instrument, and basically just sat down, tried to play it, and became street performers ourselves. Honestly, I have no words for how beautiful this experience of the Temazcal was. I just exited it. We went to the river, bathed it off, and I felt reborn. In the evening, me and a friend who went to the Temazcal with me had a great meal at Casa Jasmine, got to talk more to the guys working there. Then we went out and met other people from the Temazcal, watched some UFC. And that was it, my last night in San Cristobal de las Casas. Man, I grew so fond of the mountains. I feel like someday I might live somewhere similar to this, nestled in between, so that when you look up or around during the night, you see city lights so close like stars, and art and good food and good vibes. So when I left the hostel, I had one last talk with the hostel owner, and that's where I found out that it wasn't called snail, like the animal snail, but that it's an indigenous name for home, which was kind of symbolic for me, putting two and two together and just taking it as a sign that my home is wherever I go. Wherever I go, I'm home.